on this edition of the Center of It All. One local baseball team brought home the gold recently, and our Wilson Magua takes us back to school shopping, and Mel is cooking up some amazing Thai food in this edition of Kitchen Encounters. These stories and more coming up next on the Center of It All. The Bald Eagle Area Teener League baseball team recently claimed the Teener League state title, proving that the third time was definitely the charm. And our Andrew Callista was in Milesburg to welcome the team home.
Bald Eagle Junior League has been to the last 3 state title games. After being the bridesmaid twice before, this edition ended with a ring of their own.
I've coached the majority of these kids since Little League, 11 years old. I've told them every year that I really thought that they were probably the best 15 athletes in the state. I mean, it's hard to get 15 kids like they are, and they just had a great attitude, and they're just good kids.
Last year's state final, Bald Eagle was up 6-0 going into the 7th inning and lost. It was almost deja vu as BEA was up 6-0 again against Lebanon City, but this year they sealed the deal.
This group of kids, we've been playing for 3 years. Some of these kids have been on a state championship. The last 2 years we didn't win the championship. This group of kids are extra special kids. They play well together. They're not a problem. They're just a good group of kids. A lot of them have played together since Little League, and there was no losing in their minds.
After the win, the team arrived back home, and awaiting them were fire trucks for a ticker tape parade, which went from Belfont to the Milesburg Field Complex, something that the kids really enjoyed.
All that way and bring home the gold for our team felt great, and just all the fans that came out to support us was great.
You looking forward to the celebration here, a little,
Oh yeah, I can't wait to get on fire trucks and go through town, screaming and hollering.
After the last 2 years, the team was ready to party.
It's 2 years walking off losing. It's been tough. You hate seeing the other team celebrate, especially when you know, I know last year we were the better team, but and then walking off this year, it felt so much different, so much happier, and it was definitely fun experience.
Was it more of a sense of relief this year?
Yeah, knowing this is the last time I'll ever play at that level, and knowing that we're going off as champions, it's big relief, big relief.
Third baseman Ryan Dyke played in all 3 state final games and said these players define what a team is all about.
It's a team effort. There's no I's on this team, so. Everyone wants to work together. One guy's having a bad game, they'll pick you up, someone new every game, and I learned that the tough way.
While the players deserve all the credit, it was their parents who were on the edge of their seats.
We all were just so nervous, we're just sitting there clenching on every pitch. Every pitch you clench onto it. And it's like, oh please, come on, and one more to go. One more to go. It's your game, kids, come on. And when it happened, we all just stood up and cheered, and it's just like a relief, but we were so proud, and we just ran down to the field to the kids.
A great ending to a long journey. Bald Eagle Teeners, 2012 state champs. For the Center of It All, I'm Andrew Callista.
Congratulations to the Bald Eagle Area Teener League team. When we return, it's back to school shopping time, and later, Mel is cooking up some Thai red pork curry on the Center of It All. Welcome back to the Center of It All. In the heart of the Penn State campus lies a bargain shopper's paradise, where you can find anything from a bicycle to a sofa. And our Alex Rabb has the full story.
Did you know that there's a little treasure on campus that's open to the public and allows you to purchase university-owned items and equipment through sales, bids, and even auctions? Well, there is, and it's called the Lion Surplus. Monday through Friday from 7 a.m. until 4:30 p.m., you can find the Salvage Warehouse open for business behind the Lewis Katz Law Building on the corner of Services and Big Hollow Roads. So you may be wondering how something like this began.
Well, the university had to find a way to dispose of old furniture, equipment, and vehicles, and they wanted to do that in-house, so they set up a retail store that's open to the public, and that's how it got started on a much smaller scale than it is today.
There's a lot to choose from at Lion Surplus. dressers to desks, lockers to filing cabinets, and computers to office equipment. You can get furniture from the libraries or the university hotels when they're available. There are even some items that you wouldn't think to find at a surplus.
We sell fleet vehicles. The university has 1,500 fleet vehicles. If I'm going on a business trip to another campus, somewhere where it's not far enough to fly, we go get like what would be a rental car, only it's within the university. When those cars get to a certain age or certain mileage, whichever comes first, they come here and we sell them.
So how does one organization collect so many items?
Every Tuesday and Thursday, we go to a different campus. So they call, schedule with us. We have a schedule that we put them on, and then we just go back and forth every Tuesday and Thursday. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, we commit to University Park, and we've got trucks down there picking up. That goes on every day.
Lion Surplus accepts cash, checks, Visa, and MasterCard. Soon, they will take Lion Cash as well. You can find a lot of items for a very affordable price, too.
So, say $3 to, we have some things, if it's a nicer piece, a bigger desk, a nicer piece, it could go for a couple $100s, but most things are under $100. And then we do have unique things that we have an eBay store that has a link from our homepage.
Those items can consist of bigger commercial units. Lion Surplus also has an auction every spring, a computer auction every fall, and an annual bike auction.
Bikes on campus that aren't registered, the police services puts a warning on there for so many days. If the owner doesn't take note of that and take care of the problem, the bikes are confiscated by police services. They're held for a number of days in their custody, and they're stored here. And if those bikes don't ever get reclaimed or anything like that, we have an auction for them.
If you want to take a look at what they have to offer, stop on by. You can also call Lion Surplus, and they will take your request and notify you if said request comes into stock. There is another great way to know what items are around.
We have a listserv. We have instructions to get on that. You send us an email. It signs you up. You don't have to be a Penn State employee to be on it. But the listserv, you can get announcements, just a quick email announcement, hey, we got in 100 dressers and they're $20 and we'll put a picture with it. We're also on Facebook. You can like us there, and the announcements are going to be there as well, including like the fleet cars that are for sale.
So tell your friends, family, and neighbors about this amazing surplus. Not only can you refurbish your home, office, or garage, but you can also help to keep unwanted items out of the landfill. For the center of it all, I'm Alex Rabb.
Trust me on this, Lion Surplus is definitely worth checking out. School starts in just a couple of weeks, and our Wilson Magua took to Downtown State College to see what the hot styles are for this fall.
School's just around the corner, and that means shopping for back-to-school clothing. Downtown State College has a wide variety of stores to choose from. One store most people won't think of is Lion's Pride. Here in Lion's Pride, they offer the best deals for alumni and college students returning to State College in the fall. Danielle Stempel, the assistant manager, tells us what are the hottest deals.
Right now we're having our end of the summer clearance sale, so we have things that are marked up to 75% off. We have $5 t-shirts that have been really, really popular. And then we also do Lion Cash promotions, and where we offer a percentage off if you use your Lion Cash.
Neon colored tank tops and vintage clothes have been a popular buying trend at Lion's Pride. You can also access their hottest deals online.
We are very focused on social media, so we let our customers know about all of our trends through our Facebook page, which is just lions-pride.com. It's the same as our website, through our Twitter page, and we also run a lot of advertisements locally.
And if you want to dress more versatile, Connections is another store most people won't think of. Connections, located on College Avenue and South Allen Street, have a variety of styles and colors to choose from for great deals. Anna McDaniel, the assistant manager of Connections, says what the newest arrivals for the fall are.
We're getting a lot of Free People, which is our most popular brand. We're getting a lot of leather, lace, sheer blouses. I actually got the opportunity to go to New York and see the stuff firsthand and pick it all out.
The popular brands for men at Connections are Van Hussein and Michael Kors. If you want special deals, you can go on to connectionsclothing.com.
If you like our Facebook page, you get emails with coupons, certain deals. We also have Lion Cash 1 month out of the whole year as 10% off anything. And we also have an email list that if you don't have a Facebook, you can sign up for that.
State College is just a few weeks away until stores are filled for back-to-school shopping. So now is the best time to get all the affordable deals in downtown. For the center of it all, I'm Wilson Magua.
Coming up next, it's time for some Thai red pork curry, and later we'll have some advice to help you deal with food allergies. In today's edition of Kitchen Encounters, Mel is spicing things up with some Thai red pork curry. Let's check it out.
Everybody wants to eat a special dinner on their birthday. Well, today is my birthday. It's also Kitchen Encounters' 2nd anniversary and my 30th cooking segment on WHBL's Center of It All show. What's not to celebrate? Today, we're taking a trip halfway around the world to Thailand so I can show you how to cook one of my all-time favorite meals. Thai red pork curry served on top of a bed of steamy jasmine rice. Let's get started. Back in 1993, I struck up a friendship with a home economist from Thailand. Over the course of 3 years, Kanya taught me how to cook true Thai food. And contrary to popular belief, true Thai food is not excruciatingly hot. It's a special blend of herbs and spices and a few pantry ingredients, and once you know how to use them correctly, Thai food is a party in your mouth. Thai red pork curry is the first dish I taught my sons to make, and they fell in love with it. What you're going to need for the pork is 3 pounds of pork tenderloin. What I've done in true Thai style is taken 2 pounds and just shredded it into little slivers. I've taken the 3rd pound and I put it into cubes about 1 inch thick, and I'm putting them in my food processor. In Thailand, what they would do is they would grind this portion of the meat in a hand crank meat grinder. In about 10 seconds, I'm going to accomplish this. It's super easy. That's all there is to it. I've added 2 tablespoons of sesame oil to a nice big 12-inch skillet. The next product I'm going to add is what's called red curry paste. This comes in little cans, and what it is it's a blend of ginger, red chilies, galangal, lemongrass, soy sauce, fish sauce. Don't wrinkle your nose, folks. Fish sauce is the salt of Thailand. It's typically pulverized in a mortar and pestle, but if you don't cook a lot of Thai food, just buy it in a can, and it's your heat gauge. 2 cans will make really spicy pork curry. 1 can will just be medium. The next thing I'm going to add is all of that shredded pork. And you can notice this is spattering, but you really want your heat hot here, folks. And all of the ground pork. And as I said before, in Thailand, it's all about the textures and the small bite-sized pieces. I'm going to add a cup of thinly sliced scallions, about a ½ cup of straw mushrooms. These are optional in Thai cooking, but mushrooms are really popular in my family, so I'm putting them in. And about a cup of chopped water chestnuts for just a little bit of crunch. The last ingredient are kaffir lime leaves. These are a product of Thailand, and there is really no substitute for the flavor of a kaffir lime leaf. And I'm adding about a dozen of them. I think that's about a dozen. I'm going to stir this all together. And I'm going to let this, I'm going to turn my heat up now, get it back to a nice hot saute. And I'm going to let this cook for about 10 to 15 minutes until my pork is cooked through. And here's the important part. There's not going to be any liquid in the bottom of the pan. So as it cooks and the pork lets out its moisture, You want to continue cooking till you have a dry bottom. And while we wait for this to cook, let's go start the rice. Not all rice is created equal. If you've ever eaten in an Asian restaurant and you've said, "Why does their rice always taste better than mine?" It's not your imagination. They're actually using fragrant rice instead of conventional long-grain white rice. Asians use a fragrant rice called jasmine rice, while Middle Eastern and Indian cooks use a nuttier flavored basmati rice. What we're using today is 6 cups of jasmine rice in a rice cooker, to which I've placed 6 cups of water. Whatever type of rice you're using, whether it's conventional or fragrant, and whether you're cooking it on the stovetop or in a rice cooker like I'm doing today, what you need to understand is the ratio of water to rice. When you're cooking conventional rice, what you want is 2 cups of water to every 1 cup of rice you're using, and when you're cooking with fragrant rices, you want 1 cup of rice to 1 cup of water. All I'm going to do now is put the lid on my rice steamer, turn it on, and let it do all the work for me. It's been about 15 minutes and my pork is perfectly cooked through, and there is no liquid left in the bottom of this pan except for a real thin coating. Before I add the rest of my ingredients, I want to point out that these lovely kaffir lime leaves are always left whole, and they're kind of like, well, they taste like lime. They don't taste at all like a bay leaf, but you want to take those out before you serve the dish. People are not going to eat the kaffir lime leaves. Well, the next ingredient, which is common in the Thai pantry, I'm going to add 2 15-ounce cans of coconut milk. This is just wonderful. And coconut milk is gluten-free, my friends. I'm going to add a half cup, quarter to a half cup of brown sugar, a quarter to a half cup of creamy, chunky style peanut butter for a real peanutty, creamy taste, 2 tablespoons of fish sauce, and do not wrinkle your noses, as I said before. Fish sauce is the salt of Thailand. They don't cook with salt. 2 tablespoons of Thai seasoning soy sauce. And do not confuse this with Chinese soy sauce. It is not the same product. I'm going to stir these all together. And I'm going to keep stirring till all of my peanut butter is thoroughly incorporated and this mixture is smooth, uniform in color. You'll be able to feel this, that the peanut butter is thoroughly incorporated. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this simmer until it's really thick and creamy, and that's going to take anywhere from 25 to 35 minutes. Oh, this is all bubbly and simmering and creamy and smelling extraordinary. I'm going to turn the heat off and take this over to the counter. I'm going to plate it up and we are going to eat. True Thai style is family style. All of the food arrives to the table all at once, each in its own cooking vessel. The family sits down, the soup is served from a tureen. Tonight we're having pork curry. The pork curry is served from its own platter. And because Thai food is always cooked and made out of bite-sized or ground-up ingredients, when setting a Thai table, never include a knife. It's a fork and spoon only kind of meal. For these and all of my recipes, just go to my website.
For this and all of Mel's recipes, log on to kitchenencounters.typepad.com. It's time to get some insight from the folks at the Cleveland Clinic on food allergies when the center of it all returns. I'm sure most moms can relate to our final story today. If it's not your own child, he or she probably has a friend that has some sort of food allergy, whether it be to peanuts or dairy products or something else. And the folks at the Cleveland Clinic have some great insight into the development of food allergies.
Food allergies can cause serious reactions, especially in children, so it's critical to pinpoint what foods may present a problem to your son or daughter as quickly as possible. Dr. Velma Pascal is a pediatric allergist at Cleveland Clinic's Children's Hospital. She says food allergies typically surface before age 2.
With milk and egg allergy, these allergies present very early in life or soon within a few times after the food has been ingested. With peanut, I would say the majority of kids that we see with peanut allergy are also presenting now before the age of 2 years.
Dr. Pascal says the most severe reactions can elicit things like repetitive coughing, shortness of breath, and trouble breathing. But a child will typically break out in hives or may exhibit some swelling or have belly pain. If you suspect a food allergy, the first step to take is to get your child into a pediatrician's office. You'll be questioned about the reaction, its characteristics, and what foods may have caused it. Dr. Pascal says the next step would be to begin an allergy testing.
After getting a very careful history and doing an exam, we would often do allergy testing, most frequently skin testing, but in some cases it may be a blood test.
If your child has a food allergy, your doctor will talk to you about avoidance and what to do in case of an accidental ingestion. With the Cleveland Clinic, for the center of it all, I'm Wilson Magua.
That's definitely some great insight. And this puts a lid on another edition of the Center of It All. But don't forget to like WHVL on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. Have a great day, everyone.